those of you that want to see more 3-tab roof repair, we just got done doing one up there. If you've seen that video, welcome back to see this one. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's a little more in-depth commentary throughout. This one, I'm just gonna do, I might talk a little bit about the difference because this was actually a new shingle put in last summer. Not this summer 24, but 2023 sometime I did this to patch it. It's what the homeowner had. We're back fixing another spot. He didn't like the color of what he bought, so we're replacing it. It may be stuck more aggressive, plus you'll see the seal strips that I put in from the old to the new and the new to the old when doing repair work. So this video might highlight that a little bit. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna try to do this again within a half hour, but I'm not gonna try to stop and describe so much, just more about those right there. So if you like it on the way in, give it a quick thumbs up. It's a little chilly out. It's getting colder. Tomorrow's supposed to snow and be nasty. Alright, we're gonna just start by getting the shingles loose and working our way down. So these are probably gonna be pretty damn aggressively stuck. I imagine you're gonna see, yep, I already feel it. Not just the seal strip, but you can see the 3 dabs. Let me bring you in close on that because that's the whole purpose of this video here. You can see that dab of sealer right there and right there. So no different than what I talked about up here. We don't put a solid line, we just put a couple dabs. My location of those is mainly because right here in this vicinity you should have a nail pinning the shingle down. Well, if it's pinning that down and you stick this with a sealer to that, it's going to be pinned down. But then also put a couple of dabs on the corners to help those from blowing, so it's not going to be doing this number here in the winter time. So the corners and the center are all pinned down. I just want to point that out. Now we're going to get into this. Like I said, I'm going to go a little faster, I hope, on this one. And this is sealed too because to get this shingle out, you have to break that and this. This should have none. So I'm hoping that we can do this. Well, that's my fear. Some of these are actually going to get damaged getting them out. So I might have to go up one row like that right there. It pops out real easy. I'm going to let these slide off. If they slide off, I'll run the magnet down there on the ground afterwards. I need to really get this wrapped up and get one more repair done that I've committed to, and then offload the truck, reload for the next, if I can, if the weather's not too bad. But instead of fighting these, they're just going to slide right off the roof potentially, and I will magnet them up. Because these are sealed up from the repair, they may damage, and I'll need more obviously to put them back in, but as of right now I've got enough left over in there. I don't know if you're able to see those. If not, I'm sorry. Definitely stuck more than others. This one's damaged, so it's going to come out. You might be like, well, why'd you just cut through that? You just told me in the other video not to cut through the shingle bullet. This is coming out. Actually, that's pretty damaged there too, so we're going to pick it out. I need a really little itty bitty 360 camera that can mount to my flat bar. That'd be kind of cool view. I think you could like just see up under there. The good thing with those 360 cams is they record in all directions at all times when you are recording it, so you don't have to worry about is it in view or not. Downside is it adds another complete step to the editing process because then I have to actually tell the software where I want it in the actual render. Well, before I do my video editing. I'm just guessing. If you see me reach up to my phone, you see my fingers, that's all I'm doing, just trying to feel if it's in view or not. Tip, if you got debris like that getting under you, wash it out from under you, because it can act like a ball bearing and you can slip off. Not the right angle for it. These aren't wanting to go down very well. Breeze is picking up. This morning I got up, I was looking up like Chicago northward. There was a nice little snow band going through. It wasn't going to be an issue for us here, but there's definitely another cell developing heading this way. I'm on a south-facing slope. That's where the breeze is coming from right now. I can't quite tell, but that's when I tried to put it down. It just wasn't wanting to go down, so I wanted to take it out. more shingles than a piece under me. We'll be ready to double check it, ready to put it back. That should all be good. Do this just a little bit. That's the pitch hopper I was talking about earlier. It was just pinning this corner right here. Take the shingles, not really in the greatest shape. Water up in there. From that area missing up above, water is working its way through there. That little bit right here, you can see it on my glove right there. That's the patch I did right there above it. That was completely missing. So the rain we had a couple days ago was probably working its way through the roof there. There was nothing wrong with this repair. It just, he didn't like the color he chose. And since more blew out up there, he was going to find the right color. Asked if we could all get switched out to look a little better. Seeing that versus that. We're almost ready. So if you're still with me this far into this repair video, if you're a DIYer, it's really not that difficult. It should not take too long. Granted, I expect you guys to take longer than me just because I know this in the back of my head. and you guys might be stopping, referencing the video, whatever. That's fine until you do it enough. Don't worry, don't care what people say about you taking a while. If you can do it and you achieve it, get the working results out of it, that's what matters. And you feel good being able to do it. That's why I'm really trying to focus more on this style of video for the DIYers that can actually see visually, right? If a picture's worth 1,000 words, what's a video with commentary worth? So you can get in and just be like, okay, yeah, I've seen a half-hour video of what's going on here, and you have the confidence to judge for yourself if you can do it or not that way, or make a better decision if, oh yeah, I could tackle that or not. Alright, just gonna double check my work area, make sure everything is prepped and ready. No nails got missed, nothing sticking up, no debris that's gonna cause a problem. That's pretty flat. What you're seeing is the fibers that were left in the back of the shingle and the sealer that was put down to help pin these down. Those are okay. Here's a little high. Ship that down a little bit. It's not gonna hurt it, it just may not lay as flat as you would like. You could go another shingle low, but we are limited to what we have left here to do this. I think we're still good. I don't want to just get carried away and then not have enough. I might do this tab because it's broke right here and the tab below it. Sorry, excuse me. I do apologize for that. More water up in here. Okay, we're good. We're ready to put it back. Everything's good and prepped. Leave the flat bar handy in case I missed something, need it. Back to the gun here. That one blew through. We're going to address it. There we go. Most guns, pneumatics, and what I'm finding out with this even, first time I ever used it, will have a depth gauge. Now, even pneumatics, people think, oh, turn the air pressure up or down. You're running way more pressure than you need in a gun that's designed for, is not going to give you any better achieve getting the nail driven in more, or cranking the power back. It's not necessarily about the pressure you're wanting. You're wanting a specific area, yes, but it's more about the depth of the gauge, the amount that this pushes back, and the amount of pressure you're holding on it versus the back kick, the recoil. If you're blowing through and it's shattering the fiberglass, it looks like there's a hole around your nail, that's too much pressure. If the nail's up, it's obviously underdriven, or the gauge depth is not set correctly. Most of the time it's just your gauge. That was raised up by that sealer. He's down just a smidge. So right here, when you 3-tab, you see this a lot where it's either staggered, zipper, rake, whatever you call it. You'll have to lift up a tab to put this under. I've seen a lot of guys shove it under and shoot this and never shoot that. So don't be that DIYer that forgets to shoot the shingles. I don't know if it's just my area or my market or what, but I've seen a lot of shit work in my years. It's consistent too. I don't get it. I hope it's just my area, not everywhere, but it's nevertheless, it blows me away. There's so-called contractors out there that just are careless in what they're doing. Nails in the wrong spot, missing nails, not shooting shingles. Raise it up a little bit. So one thing I just noticed, you've probably seen it in the video a couple times with this nailer. A pneumatic gun with air, you hold the trigger and just fire, or if it's down and you fire, or if you hit it all at the same time, it fires. It does not matter. As long as the safety switch and the cone and the trigger are depressed at the same time, it's gonna fire a nail. This, however, if you're ready to fire and second you hit it down, it has to spool up. So I'll see if I can replicate it here once it shuts off. It's not a big deal, honestly. You just get it in your head and you can adjust for this pretty quick. Once it's done winding down, I'm gonna hit the trigger at the exact moment it hits and it may not fire. It's because it's gotta spin up, coil up, spool up, there we go. There it is done. See, it didn't do it. It's gotta come down, spool up, and then fire. It's a very minor time. I gotta hit that one down over there. It doesn't take much to spool up, but just point that out, nevertheless. Just so you can make an educated decision if you're looking at buying one. Hitting the shingle above it. Wow. So I will be doing a dedicated video about this, as I spoke about on that repair video up there, but I want to actually have it a little controlled environment, and I want to shoot a higher frame rate camera. So the GoPro only goes to 240, 60 frame or 240 frame per minute, I believe, which might give me more of a slow motion of this. So this one here, I do believe there's an actual coil in here, a copper coil windings that actually pulls back and then refires. It's overcoming the spring to contract, and then it releases and the spring pushes the feeder in. So I want to be able to show that. As far as the mechanism, I did some reviews yesterday. Granted, there's a nail missing here. That's a coil issue, not a gun issue when it misfires one. But this here, all that does, when this comes back, this drops down. It doesn't actually mechanically pull down. If you just have force here, when it comes back, it drops. There's a spring tension, a low pressure PSI spring on there to drop back to catch this next coil, the next nail, like that. And then when it grabs it, it advances it forwards. So I just wanted to kind of point that out real quick. All right, where was I? Double check. Get that tab in right here. I would try to show it now, but I usually shoot with this GoPro. It's 60 frame, 30, 60, maybe it's 30 frame. So I don't think it will capture the detail. 2 tabs. Let me get this right here. too high. It's way up there. That's it. So all in all so far, this one 2-amp battery has done most of that bundle, so 30 square feet between that and this right here, and I'm sure it's still good. This one does have a bar indicator and it's showing 2 bars out of 3, so I'm pretty impressed with this thing so far. It does also have a little rubber boot, so this is a 912 pitch. It is gripping. I mean, I'm happy with that. There is also a little attachment here that came in the truck for a belt hook here, not a rafter hook, which obviously makes sense. Like R&R's video I saw yesterday from 4 years ago, your sheeting's going to be on, so you're not going to need a frame rafter hook, but a belt hook. So, I mean, honestly, I'm happy with it. All right, we're gonna wrap this one up here. 27 minutes, including the intro to remove this stuff, prep it, a little bit of detail showing the seal strips and stuff. I think I said within a half hour I want to do it. Definitely did it, and wasted time. Normally this repair like this would be about 10-15 minutes, but I'm doing this for you guys, so if you could please do this for the other people, not me. It does really truly help other people finding this content valuable, looking it up. If YouTube sees the engagement, they're gonna recommend it. Those people looking for it will find it. I don't do this for me, I do it to help you guys. Anyway, I gotta get ready to get busy. Got another one to get to. I may or may not shoot it. It's in a valley. It's like 2 shingles, and he's got somebody that did repair before that down below. Got a cut valley piece too short, so I think I might have 3, including a piece of hip or something. If you want to see it, comment down below. Say, I want to see it, with 3 exclamation marks. If you do that right now, comment down below. I might record it for you guys, or I'll try to record it and post it if you guys can do that. Let me know where you're watching from. Until next time, be safe. I'll see you then.